Welcome to Island Tea with your faves. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea, only on Win Media 98.9.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Drop everything and come now to Hosford's Auto Parts and Accessory Center for their big Drop Everything sales event for the rest of 2021. Go to Hosford's Auto Accessories and Parts Center where they'll be dropping 30% off select accessories, 20% off car batteries. But the rubber really hits the road with this deal. 20% off all tires or get one tire free with a purchase of 4 tires. Buy 4 tires, get one free from now until the end of 2021. So drop everything and come now to Hosford's Auto Parts and Accessories Drop Everything sales event. Now dropping 30% off select accessories, 20% off batteries and tires. Or buy 4 tires, get 1 tire free. Yes, drop everything and go now to Hosford's Auto Accessories and Parts Center.
We are the best.
The Federation's favorite auto parts and accessories store.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib. It's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Morning, good morning, and welcome to Island Tea with your faves, Kevin and Azem, featuring Jade, Gwenny Gwen, Idita, CPL, Crescent Crew, Johnson, right here on Win Media SKN. And it's another week. Jade, how are you doing?
Good morning, good morning. I'm actually fine.
Yes.
I'm...
Watch out. When last a week start like that?
That I've actually been fine.
That is just like, Jade, how are you doing? I'm fine. I'm happy to hear it, Jade. I am happy to hear it.
So you're saying I just come in here every day and sound miserable?
No, just saying like, last couple of days, maybe last couple of weeks, there's just been a lot going on. There's just been a lot going on in life that makes it a little heavy sometimes. And that is understandable.
That is true.
The trick is to just not steady. Yeah. Yeah, you got to go with the ebbs and the flows of time and life. Yeah, right? Mondays.
This Monday is Mondaying like no other. Okay?
Why?
Even though I'm fine, like, things just...
Yeah, we're dealing and we're coping.
Boy. Yeah, and we all.
Yeah, it's 8:17, guys. And wait, Jay, tell me about your weekend.
Oh, it was actually good.
Yes, tell me about your weekend. Let's go.
I went. What? I slept on Friday. Sleep.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That's so good way to start the weekend.
Yes, I slept on Friday and then I went to wine table talk with my friends.
Wine table talk.
Yes, that's where we go to a place and we buy bottles of wine and we drink it and we talk. And we just talk and talk and talk. It's good to talk to
Okay,
people.
so this is a thing you do with your friends. Like, this isn't like an event that someone puts on. Okay,
no.
okay. So this is something that you have between your friends. I think that's cool. That's cool. I like that.
Listen, friend dates are important, okay?
Look, let me tell you something. I keep telling people, like, there's different types of people in this world, right? There's Fet Van, and there's me. Like, them things ain't for me. But you see, like, these kind of situations, good conversation, good company, that's all I need.
Boy, yeah.
And that's kind of why you wouldn't really see me at, like, parties and stuff. Because all the things that I enjoy about socializing becomes very difficult at, like, a party.
Because you like to talk.
I like to talk.
And you can't dance.
And I can't dance. The knees won't allow. But, so obviously, like, I don't frequent.
Yes, and plus
Yeah.
that's like work for us.
That's the other thing too. That's the other thing.
I don't think people realize how much we don't like. I don't think we really want to party. Anyway, let me don't know this word.
Right.
Okay, Lord, it's Monday. We're just starting the week.
Yeah.
Let me not yet.
But that's a very important dynamic that you pointed out there.
No, it is. It's
Like,
because we work. It's work for us.
Yes, I tell people all the time, it's like, look, when you don't have to be at work, you don't just fly back down there to see what's going on.
Ever.
Like,
The
that's
building could be on fire.
So why are you doing? Why you think I gonna want to do that?
Boy.
You understand?
I mean, I do enjoy events sometimes, but boy, you know what has happened to me? And this is terrible. I start looking at things that could have been done better.
Yes.
So I'm
That's-
like, made enjoy this. I just watching the people lights hang out the building and all kind of story. Like,
Yeah, but are you looking at things and taking notes and things that you could implement into your own things? Like, that is
we're
like,
going outside for research purposes.
look, let me tell you something, right? Our perception is shaped by our experiences, right? And our environment. So, being someone who's involved in production and entertainment and thing, like, when I look at anything on television,
You're going to look at
I count the camera angles. So everything I look at, I know how many cameras they use to create the shoot. It's not something I'm doing willingly, it just happens. Like, my brain registers the shot angles. So I know, okay, that was 6 cameras. Or, yeah, they use 12 cameras at the Super Bowl.
Meanwhile, you're supposed to be dancing. You're supposed to be wailing and you're in there standing up counting.
Yeah, but it just happens. Like, the number just I don't know how to explain it. The number just registers in my head.
That's good.
Because I look at things like, oh, the singer is using a Shure transmitter with a DPA capsule.
Are you just flexing your knowledge of...
No, like, but this is what I do. It ain't about a flex. It just happens. Like, you can't help.
Talk to David. Whatever language that.
Yeah, so.
Somebody listening understand exactly what you just said.
But yeah, so that's so for me is different. It's a different experience. The same thing for you. I would suspect. Look, I know I know every time you look at the flyer, you ain't looking just at the information. Enough said.
Why is focusing on?
Enough said. Right? So yeah, this is the same thing.
Listen, y'all, I do flyers. Y'all don't have to do this to yourselves. Not saying all of y'all flyers bad, right? But over the weekend, I've seen some flyers, and one of my friends sent it to us, and was cussing it too. I can't talk about the flyer because,
Yeah, just let them.
But
let them
boy, y'all could do better. There's people that could do way better than what y'all currently doing. And they're not expensive. I don't know why people feel like investing in marketing material is expensive. Sometimes you do need to get some graphics because your graphics kind of boost your boost your business in a different way.
You're very visual.
Somebody looks at a flyer and they realize how nice the details are, and you know, the products laid out properly and the prices and all of these things displayed.
Not only that, Jade, you know, I think what people don't recognize is that there's so much competing going on. Like, you have to compete for person's attention. So if the thing that you're putting out there ain't properly laid out, there's no thought into it, and there's no talent in it, then it becomes very hard to attract people's attention.
Right,
There's so much going on. Like, you're putting something on social media, you know how much other things on my phone?
You know how much times I don't have to go to social media to see things that is happening. Yeah, we have to. And that's why I changed up the island graphic, by the way. Go peep. Go peep on the page, yes. Yes. Can't have your thing, you know, like, you know. It's a new year. Well, ain't a new year yet. It's a new season. We're going into a new season, carnival. Yeah, so we have to, you know.
Morning, Willie. Whatever role you need me to play, I will play.
As if last night I was walking down the beach, right? Because I haven't been.
Oh, okay, so hold on. So, Saturday you did wine table talk.
And then I went to eat.
And then you went to eat.
Oh, at Truth? Oh my God, y'all go eat at Truth. This is just a shameless plug, but I love it.
Okay, cool.
The food, boy.
It's on my list. I have to, see, you know my thing, Jade. I got to wait until the hype done, so then
Yeah,
I
but
don't.
it's not giving me that type of vibe.
A lot of people ain't really thinking it.
It's certain times. Like, you know, some people come out later, some people come out earlier just to eat and stuff. So you could just go and have dinner and stuff. And it's fine. Boy.
Okay.
Let me show you the video. Of some of the
Food videos?
As if you know me.
Food videos?
Of course I have food videos.
Jade's camera roll, guys, is literally pictures of food and her son.
Not wrong with that.
No, not wrong with that. Jade, what's going on there?
I tell you, food, just... Wait, look at the fish.
That's breadfruit fries?
Yes.
Jade.
It's actually grilled breadfruit, trust me. Boy.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, boy.
Yeah, but I gotta make a move down there. So,
And yeah, so that was my Saturday. I went home to sleep because good food and wine makes you sleep.
yeah, that's true. Good conversation too.
What? When I felt so light when I went home. And then on Sunday I went to eat.
Again, more food. Well, I mean, most people eat daily, so it's okay.
Yes, as ever.
I've been eating too
I
much.
went to Boda to eat with my best friend, and then we went to walk down the strip. And I had on, you see my bucket hat that I had on, right? So I could barely see my face as them. Tell me why a guy shout out, make sure it's the woman that is behind the radio.
Yep, that's it.
So
yes.
to you, whoever you are,
It is
if
I.
you're listening,
It is
good
I.
morning.
So we went on the strip on Sunday, say?
Yes.
Okay, that was last night. Okay. I have not been on the strip in years.
What do you mean, years?
Like, I haven't been, like...
No, you said years. Years is different to days, months.
Years, Jade, years.
So you don't know how the strip look?
I mean, I've driven down there and I've eaten at one or two establishments.
Oh, because I'm trying to figure out, like...
But
what
like,
do you mean?
I haven't hung out on the strip.
Stop pinch as him. What?
What?
What can I do with it?
Keep your hands where she can see them, Jade. Keep your hands where she can see them, okay?
Because what?
You was telling me about the strip.
Yeah. It's different.
It's different?
Yeah.
Since when?
I
But
don't know,
what's
friend.
different? What's different about
So
the strip?
like some of the bars is extended, and I feel like they did it in a COVID, like probably because of COVID, the way they set up, and you know there've been some work happening on the beach.
Well, I know they're doing the sea break or stuff like that.
And then bars changing, they're putting up new stars and all type of things. Like it's not the same strip that we had once ago.
Well, the strip that you know is not the strip that a lot of other people know.
Boy,
I remember the strip. I remember the strip when you couldn't drive the straight across.
A lot of people know that.
I remember when it was just monkey bar.
Remember
At
when you, had
Islands.
to, when you had to struggle to drive down the beach or up? There was no what's that? There was no archway. There was
Oh, but the actually been there. Well, yeah.
there was just sand and vibes.
Actually, the coconut trees.
There were those two.
The coconut trees. I tell you, when it was just monkey bar over there, right?
Monkey Bar is back, by the way.
Monkey bar back.
Well, there's a bar called Monkey Bar.
What?
I don't know if it was. I don't remember if it was the same bar, honestly.
No, the monkey bar would have been where Chinchillas was.
Okay, so it's the
Is.
same bar.
Is the same, that? In a monkey bargain?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I know, same.
Okay.
Nostalgia. Anywho, people, that was our little...
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
We're going to take a break because we have to talk some traffic talk with our friends from the police department, the traffic department to be specific. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We are faced with tough decisions every day, but choosing the right home or motor insurance shouldn't be one. You need fast claim settlement from a company that's been rooted for over 31 years. And don't forget the A Excellent rating by AM Best. Make the intelligent choice. Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Reliable insurance that you can count on. Get a quote today for your home, motor, contents, and liability insurance needs, and make the intelligent choice. Caribbean Alliance. Tomorrow secured. Local agents, Dalil Walwyn & Co. Limited. Telephone 465-2631 or 469-5303 for the Nevis office.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers, I'm begging you to slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, down. Too many stunt drivers on the road, man. With the fire day, driver, what's the emergency? It's better late than never, so why all the hurry? Mishaps. The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving, this nonsense needs to stop. Stop. I'm making it my business to alert all motorists, especially those who love to break traffic laws. I have seen what speed can do. Here I am to your rescue to help you to live. Just take this advice I give. I want you all drivers to take care of your passengers. Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. How much more tragedy we have to endure to face the reality. Less is safer than more. I'm begging all my friends. Be careful on the road. Slow it down, slow it down. Hey, Raja, watch out for them donkeys. Reminisce about how it used to be more safer. They used to travel without the fear of getting hit by a speeding vehicle.
Good morning and welcome back to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. And of course, it's Monday and we have our favorite sergeant right here in the studio with us. Sergeant Brown, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. What about you?
We're doing good. It's a good Monday. Happy to be here.
And I hope you don't have the Monday morning blues, as some people calls it.
Well, some people call it that because they get a weekend.
That's true.
How about you? How was your weekend?
It was okay. It was okay. Nothing major.
All right then. All right. Well.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yes.
So,
good morning.
So yeah. So what's on the agenda this morning?
This morning I would like to touch again on a problem that we still see persons are committing out there. And what I'm speaking about is the vehicles out there that are still heavily tinted. We are still having a problem. We are still having an issue with persons who have their vehicles heavily tinted. We are not saying that you cannot have your vehicle tint, but it must be tinted in a way as the law prescribes it. So please, I just want to just bear with me just for a brief moment, as I would want to just read a small part as to what studies have shown. And I quote, the issue of car window tinting, this has been very divisive for many years. While it makes sense to tint your motor car windows, to reduce the glare and help control the temperature inside the vehicle, using a tint that is too dark is both a safety hazard and a security issue. That is why the law stipulates that the maximum allowable tint is 35%. And I repeat, 35%. It is, however, a law that is widely ignored. A 2013 survey done by experts in this field found that more than 10% of 1,134 vehicles counted along a busy road where this study was done, they all 10% had illegal window tinting. This problem has not gone away. With a road safety expert out of the US, someone by the name of Andy Dean, he's an expert in this field, says that the law against darker tints must be strictly enforced because there are plenty of cars out there with windows so heavily tinted that they're like a big black box. The reasons people tint their vehicles to the point where it is very difficult to see into the vehicle and significantly to see out range from privacy and cultural issues to vanity. As one young driver puts it, it looks cool. While it is understood that some people wish to guard their privacy, public safety should take precedence. Yes. Drivers who cannot properly see out of the windscreen or through the rear view mirrors are a danger to themselves, their passengers, and every other road user. Heavy tints obstruct the work of the police and rescue workers, making it difficult for them to identify suspects in criminal cases or victims in accidents. A fully blacked out car can also be intimidating to other drivers. In our country, eliminating the widespread use of illegal window tints ought to be a priority. No excuse is valid. If glare is a problem, wear sunglasses. If privacy is a concern, dress more modestly. If the car is hot after being parked in the sun, then crank up the air conditioning. Businesses that offer illegal tinting services should be penalized too. Yes, I repeat this. businesses and persons that offer illegal tinting services should be penalized too. It is simply not good enough to warn a customer that a certain tint is illegal, then install it anyway. So this we want to put out there to you, our listening audiences, as to the seriousness as it relates to tint. And I'll come back shortly and speak to what our law says as it regards to tinting of vehicles.
Yeah, but Sergeant, we have a caller trying to join the program.
Yeah, sure.
Good morning, caller. You're live on Traffic Talk.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Host. And good morning,
Morning.
my colleague there, Mr. Brown.
Good morning, sir.
Education is important.
That is correct.
And I like the way you all educate the listening public.
Yeah, it's our duty. It's our job to educate.
Right.
We're not here just to prosecute. We're here to educate as well.
Okay, but you know, the old saying say, anything is overdue is no good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how long now you all been telling people, stop doing the things them that you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And they insist in doing it. You know, I get fed up of hearing you all using this word, desist from doing
No,
it.
please
When they're not
don't
supposed to
get
do
fed
it.
up. Please don't get fed up. We still have our...
Well, when I say fed up, I ain't gonna stop, you know. but I don't like to hear it because, you know, the reason why they continue doing it, because they see, well, then that you all mean to put a stop into it. Stop means don't go through. Stand up here. And in local term, stand up here. No come no further. But they see, well, then, you know, you all saying, well, stop doing this. You think it's too dark. And this is from that. But then, I mean, the penalty in anything severely for make them stop it. That's one. And the other thing again now, I would like to know who is in charge of the police traffic department vehicles, because you have a lot of crossing guard, and I've been suggesting this for years. Why don't let the crossing guard them who can ride bike utilize the motorcycle them on the road in the afternoon after work? Give them a stipend for that after hours and let them go on the road and patrol, because the police that has the number and the uniform, it seems that you all are very limited in resources. That's two. And the last one, I want to know how long ago Emil must call and say that tree, mahogany tree, down in Stoneford got. I mean, you know it, you know, because there you born. How much longer Emil must call and ask them to cut off the piece that is overhang in the road, because two vehicles at a certain height cannot pass there at the same time. And nowhere in America you find anything going to obstruct any heavy vehicle or smaller vehicle from passing on the same regular road constantly. Thank you very much for listening, my colleague, and thank you, host, for taking my show. I mean, my call. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you very much, Carl. Thank you for those three comments, question that you would have thrown out there. You would have asked as to who is in charge of the traffic department. I think that was one of your concerns. The head of the traffic department is Inspector Carleen Phipps. She's the head of the traffic department. Also, you would have asked as to how long ago Mr. Emil, who's from Challengers, must ask call in to question as to how soon the tree in Stoneford got should be looked into. And I would have, the last time I would have spoke, when Mr. Emil would have called in to this program, I would have informed him that I did in fact convey pass on his concern. The concern, because it is a concern, yes. I know the tree. I know what he is speaking about. I've passed on that information to officials from from the Public Works Department as to them looking into it and see how soon and how best it can be dealt with. I would have to make another call, again, caller, and speak to the person who I would have spoken to and asked a question. So thank you very much for those for your input this morning. And also, you would have said that you're fed up of us coming here on a regular basis and asking the public to comply with the traffic laws. As I would have said to you, please don't get fed up, because we are duty bound to educate the public. Yes, persons are having their vehicles stopped by the police and having to remove their tint right on the spot. Persons too are having their vehicles confiscated if they choose not to comply, and persons are being taken before the court for not complying. So we are doing our duty. We are duty bound to do whatever the law requires of us. So thank you again for your input. As we await your call, I would want to speak briefly as to what the law says as it relates to tinting of vehicles. And I refer to Section 62 of the Vehicles and Road Traffic Act, Section 62. And in this section, restricted motor vehicles means any motor vehicle other than a motorcycle where the whole or part of the glass of the windscreen, side or rear windows of the vehicle is obscured by A, the application of any film, tint, or other device, or B, is custom tinted by the manufacturer, that less than 35% of light transmission is possible. Subsection 2, in this section, the expression custom tinted by the manufacturer means that the glass of the windscreen, side or rear windows of a motor vehicle has been obscured by a process other than by the application of any film, tint, or other obscuring device. Caller, you're live.
Yep.
Oh, sorry,
Mr.
we might have missed that call. Caller, feel free to call back.
Oh, hold on. Actually, we have someone else trying to get in on the conversation. Good morning, caller. You're live on Traffic Talk. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. I didn't realize I was on.
Good morning.
It's a quick question.
Sure.
Based on what you're saying, if for some reason someone would have borrowed a vehicle to make an errand somewhere and the police stopped them saying, hey, you tint this too dark or whatever.
Yeah.
And, the driver says, the vehicle is not mine, I just borrowed it to make a quick errand. What the procedure with that, Is it a way in which you can say, well, okay, tell the person, come to the police station today, tomorrow, or something like that, and have it removed, or if the person who borrowed it has to take it after you?
Well, one, the offense is committed, whether you borrow the vehicle or it is your own vehicle. As long as you are driving it, you're committing an offense. It is like if you say you borrow the same vehicle to make an errand, as you would have put it, and you park on a yellow line. Would you say it's not your vehicle, you just borrowed it to make an errand? The offense itself.
I believe that is totally different
No.
from what we're dealing with.
Okay.
We're talking about tin.
Well, it is the same. You're committing an offense, and also
the driver commits an offense by parking wrong, driving too far, or going down a wrong road. I can understand that.
Yeah.
But because it's a tint that is stick on to the glass, maybe the person might even got their own picture behind the tint or whatever. I don't know how much they pay for it.
Okay.
Isn't it reasonable to say, tell the person report to the police station or whatever at this time so that you could have them remove it themselves rather than I move it? Who tell you move it? You got to tell me back for it,
Okay.
There's no vibes there. So what do you think?
I hear you call, and you ever heard of this word discretion?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also goes by to the discretion of the officer. Yes. I mean, you might have a valid reason that it's not your vehicle, but still, it does not bar you from the fact that if the vehicle is being driven by you and an offense is committed. So it all boils down to the discretion of the officer. And sometimes, excuse me?
Yeah, the discretion of the officer. You say it probably boils down to the discretion of the officer.
Yes. But sometimes we are faced with persons who challenge us, who want to be wrong and still strong. So it all boils down to the discretion. As I said, yes, you still commit the offense, whether you borrowed it or it is yours. So that's the way how I would answer your question, caller.
I think that is reasonable too.
Okay,
I think
man.
your answer is reasonable.
Okay, thank you.
I like the fact that you bring in the discretion word.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you much.
Okay, thank you very much too.
You're welcome.
Yeah. As we await your call, I would just continue with what the law says as it relates to tint. And I'm at section 62, subsection 4. It reads, the provisions of this part shall not apply to a restricted motor vehicle, A, that has been custom tinted by the manufacturer on or before the date of the coming into force of this section, B, ambulances, C, hearses, and D, such other classes of motor vehicles as the Minister of National Security may designate by notice published in the Gazette. Subsection 5. Every motor vehicle other than a motorcycle or an agricultural tractor shall be fitted with a windscreen that provides ample protection to the driver of a motor vehicle, and it shall be kept in such condition as to allow an unobstructed view of the road at the front of the vehicle. 6. The windscreen, side or rear windows of a motor vehicle shall, if tinted, allow a minimum of 35% of light transmission, whether the glass has been custom tinted by the manufacturer itself or applied by any other person. 7. The degree of light transmission shall be determined by a measuring device known as the Mars window transmitter or any other device which is approved by the licensing authority for the measurement of light passing through the glass windows of motor vehicles. 8. Notwithstanding the light transmittance, the interior of a motor vehicle shall be reasonably visible from the exterior. Number 9. No person shall drive or, being the owner, permit any other person to drive a motor vehicle with any sign, poster, or other reflective or sunscreening material upon the windscreen, side or rear windows of such motor vehicle other than the license or other label required to be displayed by law. And what we have seen a number of businesses out there, companies, having their vehicles, their company-owned vehicles, with all kind of signs and advertisement on the windscreen, and both at the front, back, and side. And what the law is saying is that this is an offense. This is wrong, and it should be stopped. I continue. Number 10. No motor vehicle registered as a self-drive vehicle shall be used on a road if the windows or windscreens are tinted, whether the glass has been custom tinted by the manufacturer or applied by any other person. Number 11. A person who acts in contravention of the provisions of these sections commit an offense and is liable, upon summary conviction, to a fine of $5,000 or to imprisonment for a term of 6 months, or to both such fine and imprisonment. And now, finally, subsection 12 reads, notwithstanding the provisions of subsections 2 and 3, no person shall be prosecuted for driving a restricted motor vehicle, during the 60-day period after the coming into force of this section. And I would respectfully pause there.
All right, Sarge. Well, I mean, for me, this is a topic that we've been talking all the time.
And we'll continue to speak on it.
Yeah.
We will continue to speak on this topic because we are still seeing people out there hell-bent on being...
You know, this remind me of marijuana. Remind me of the thing that everybody doing, and eventually then there's gotta be like, well, really and truly, that's personally I just think you can't, like, the thing is for me, you literally said, like, in a survey, 10% of the people doing it.
Yeah.
What percentage of them 10% of people you think have criminal intentions? Probably 0.01%. At some point we're gonna be like, with the resources that we expending and trying to do this thing ain't really changing the culture.
Well, you see, as I said
eventually we're gonna change it.
As I said earlier in my speech, it poses both...
Well, hold on, we actually have somebody trying to join the conversation. Caller, you live on Traffic Talk. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
I'm calling in based on a conversation I hear you guys having just now about the cutting of the tree in Challengers.
Yeah.
It shows me that the officer, he probably know my voice, I'm from the village. He showed me that they don't follow up on things. Now, culture call and talk about the issue, but they did some cutting on the trees a couple of weeks ago, cut off some of the branches there. So I was surprised when he saying that, you know, he don't, like, in short, he don't know that they did this work. And he's saying he have to follow up with these people. But they did cut some of the branches on the tree there.
Yeah, thank you very much for that.
One other thing that I've seen too. One other thing, there's some trees when you're coming up the road, the same road there by Tony Berry down the hill. I mean, I drive taxi sometimes, and I was driving behind a safari truck there some time back, since before the corona thing. And these trees are over the road. You have to go on the right-hand side of the road. I mean, come on. These people, someone needs to go and tell them they have to cut these trees from over the road. They're on someone's property, but they come right over in the road. If you drive down there anytime and look at it, you will see if a big vehicle is coming up and something, I mean, they got to go on the right side of the road, which I think is totally unfair to the driving public. So someone needs to tell these people, cut these trees from over the road.
Okay.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much, caller. I will, on my way from the studio, back to the department, I will definitely drive on that road, that stretch of road that you mentioned, and I would have a look at it and speak to the person or persons who is responsible for that. So thank you very much, and I want to thank you very much for informing us, enlightening us, or telling us that some work were definitely done on the tree down there at Stonefoot got Body Point. So thank you for that information. Thank you very much. Yes, I now look at the clock on the wall and what it is telling us that it's time for us to pack. So thank you very much for being a part of the program this morning. I want to thank you for calling in. Thank you for listening in, and thank you for bringing us up to date in certain areas. So I look forward to being here with you once more next week, Monday, same place, same time. And I must also thank our sponsor, Caribbean Alliance Insurance, the Little Walwyn Company Limited, so for being the sponsor, the sole sponsor for this traffic talk for over the years. So I want to big you up. Thank you very much for being a part of this show. So until we meet again, have a safe and productive day, safe and productive week, until we meet next week. So bye for now.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to slow it down, down. Too many stunt drivers on the road, man. With the fire day, driver, what's your emergency? It's better late than never. So why all the hurry? Speeding is the main cause of plenty mishaps. making it my business to alert all motorists, especially those who love to break traffic laws. I have seen what speed can.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Paint it, style it, improve it. Your walls, paint it. Your rooms, style it. Your home, improve it with huge savings at the Hoxford's Building and Nevis Center's Paint It, Style It, Improve It sales event. Come to Hoxford's Building and Nevis Center now and get savings of 25% off all paints, plus deals and discounts store-wide on home improvement items.
Paint it with 25% off all paints. Style it and improve it with other deals and discounts store-wide.
It's your home, so paint it, style it, and improve it at the Hoxford's Building and Nevis Center. Paint it, style it, improve it sales event. 25% off all paints and more. Come now, save big, and simply paint it, style it, and improve it. Event starts now and ends December 31st, 2021. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
I want it all.
Good morning, welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevin and Azam featuring Jade, Gwenny Gwen, Idita, CPL, Crescent Crew, Johnson, right here on Win Media SKN. It's still Monday.
Bye. Not bad though. Hasn't been too bad. Some, you see, like the things over the weekend and stuff.
Let me ask you a question, Jade.
Yeah.
I was supposed to ask the good officer where he went. Based on all the reasonings behind the tent situation, shouldn't it be legal to wear shades while you drive?
Yeah, because that's what he just explained. The glare, the darkness. And also, right?
Maybe I'll go deep into it. I just
have one more question. Because he said something about being intimidating to other passengers.
The drivers, yeah.
So, I mean, drivers, yeah. So, is he saying that the police force
tries to intimidate people?
Huh.
Yeah, well, maybe.
We're going to ask him next week.
I mean, if the long gun them don't do it.
The tint will?
Tint will. But, hey, that there's still an issue, yeah? That there's still an issue, guys.
Well, you're going to continue about it because they ain't going to change.
Alright. I went to, imagine I gone to a virtual taping of an event, right? The army man them coming in, long guns slinging. It's like, why think I'm on here? like that. So is not a Gatling gun. It's a camera jib.
Listen, they have to make sure.
Oh my gosh!
They have to come with the guns to make sure y'all ain't in there doing nothing illegal with the cameras.
Like, so this does not launch nuclear weapons. I just use it to mix audio.
Sure y'all ain't in there broadcasting nothing to overthrow.
Undermine the country?
Yes.
Undermine the government?
Yes. Y'all know how y'all let's be.
No, so this is sanctioned by the government.
Yeah, it was. But you know.
Oh, actually, the government putting on this, sorry.
Don't study that, friend. Just, yeah.
But when we can change, by?
No time soon.
Okay.
No time soon. So, you know, let's jump into some stories because we have an interview coming up, you know.
Yes, sir.
As usual, we're going to start with the COVID report. Good numbers over the weekend. Yesterday, 7th November, As of 5 p.m., we had 0 cases. 0 cases.
Yay.
Yeah. So now, our total number of cases is 2,717. Sorry. We've been over the 200s long ago. Yes, 2,717. Active cases stand at 108. Recovered cases stand at 2,584. Yes.
All right,
good
guys.
numbers, good numbers.
Good numbers.
We're looking good.
Remember, guys, this is not the time to lapse. Continue to adhere to the protocols.
Friend, I can tell you now that ain't happening.
Bye, watch your people wilding out there.
That ain't happening.
You know what going on? You know what going on too? Like, you're getting to the point where so much people have had COVID and think that, but COVID ain't, people ain't even running from COVID now. Like, your friend got COVID, but you're passing over there to see what's going on. You ain't staying outside. You're going in on the couch. Just, I keep on my mask. Like, that's pretty. Like, yeah, nobody care. Yeah, nobody care no more.
Yeah, but there's something that you should care about.
What's going on? Oh, in case you guys didn't recognize, it's tea time.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. Anywho, so some sad news coming out of the Pamites camp. It says first president of Young Pamites has died. The members of the Co-ruling People's Action Movement, PAM, are mourning the loss of one of their most loyal stalwarts and the man who served as founding president of the youth arm of the party, Stuart Knight. Did you, in the middle of maybe, suggest, I don't took my phone so I can't read anymore.
You may proceed. I wanted to see who Stuart Knight was.
Oh, okay. He was a resident of New Pont site in Bastia, and he has said to have died on Friday, 5th November.
Condolences.
Yeah, condolences to the PAM community.
Yeah, his family and friends and loved ones.
Oh, wow. The first. I think that's what really stood out to me, the first.
The first?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just remember when I was younger, I just had like the term Pamite.
Should I even ask why?
But it just was interesting. I don't know why. I guess the first time I would have heard it, I was like in Newtown school, and a friend of mine, I was in grade 5, he was in grade 6. He had always had a political aspiration since that age, and he was the first one who always labeled himself a young Pamite. So I didn't know, like at the first I didn't know it was a group, and then I started recognizing that there's an actual organization.
Yep, it's an actual organization.
Of which Mr. Knight was the first president.
Yes, so condolences to them again. And since we're on politics, so I didn't realize.
What are you trying to say, Jade? I know what you're trying to say, I know what you're going to say. You're also running to be the leader of the Labour Party. Congratulations, Jade. Thank you for announcing it right here on Island Tea in the morning. I had been suspecting this for a while.
As ever.
It's really amazing that you have thrown your hat into the ring. As a woman, I want to publicly announce my support for Jade as being the new leader of the Labour Party. Congratulations.
So what? What are you talking about? What are you talking?
Oh wait, that's what I was going to say. Oh my bad, continue.
Guys, I am not running for anybody's political anything.
Like everybody jumping in the ring. So.
No, except me. I'm a matter of fact, if y'all really listen to the show, y'all know that happening for real. Y'all know I would never.
Everybody jumping in jail.
Yeah, a man called and asked me to lead the charge, and I was like, nope. That is not my ministry. No, thank you. I prefer
not my portfolio.
No, not at all. But yes, there are a lot of. Well, is it there a lot? Yeah, it's a lot.
Yes.
I've seen.
Considering that we've never had this before.
But it's okay, thank you. Because I was trying to remember, right? If I've ever seen this happen before, so I'm like, nope. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention to politics. But is this a thing?
No, this ain't a thing.
What is happening exactly?
No. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing either. It's just new.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So they're trying. the people that are running are currently trying to become the leader of the Labour Party, which means that Dr. Douglas is stepping down, right?
So that again, sorry? I was reading, sorry.
I asked, so the people that are running to become the leader means that Dr. Douglas is stepping down as the leader.
What it seems like to me.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's happening?
What it seems like to me is that the Labour Party is now going through the process of deciding who the next leader of the party is going to be. Right?
No, I catch
right.
that.
So it seems as part of that process is this upcoming election.
Yes, so I'm asking after that.
That's all I know. That's all it seems like to me. And to be honest, I really don't know. I'm not a member of the party.
Somebody needs to tell us what is happening.
I'm not a member
there.
of the party.
I think they may have go back and watch Saturday's Inside the News. Dr. Drew and Conris Maynard was on, so I think they may have explained it in there. I would like to hope so. I will speak to Devon or Kevin.
Yeah, because I think I saw. The reason I'm saying it seems like a lot is because I think I also saw infographic. An infographic suggesting that the Honorable Jeffrey Henley was also in the run-ins.
Yes, that is true. That's actually what inspired this, because I forgot about Dr. Drew. That also inspired this. But last night I was reading something to do with the great Jeffrey, and I saw that he was also running. Then I think I saw something about Marsha running as well. Is that the same thing, or is that for a different position?
I don't. No. I don't. Not for leader. I don't think so.
Let me see what Marsha is running for.
But then again, I mean, as it stands now, so it's Dr. Drew, Conris, Jeffrey Hanley, and Jay Johnson. So I like. Why you keep We need some female energy.
You don't mix me
in the race, Joe.
Oh, she's running for deputy leader.
Deputy leader, okay.
Okay. As in, please stop trying to mix me in this.
Okay.
Please. I don't want nobody make me abuse me. Y'all know how y'all like to tussle. I can't.
But what you were saying now, what going on? We was about to get into some...
No, that's exactly what I was about to get into.
Oh, well, let's get into it.
We did.
Oh, I thought it was...
I couldn't find an actual article on it.
There's none.
Oh, see?
There's none.
I just had to go by what I saw, which was,
The Labour spokesman still a thing?
That's a good question. One of the supporters could tell us, because I have no idea.
And the Democrat is still a thing too?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know, honestly.
I more believe the Labour spokesman is a thing than the Democrat.
The office is still across.
Which one?
Church.
What do you mean, the Massey's house?
Yeah.
The Massey's house is still on Church Street.
Yeah, so that's not where the Labour spokesman used to be?
I don't know.
I swear.
Yes, but I mean, he used to be there. I don't know if I don't even know if he exists. I don't know if he's there.
Oh, that's I can't have you.
Anyway.
Okay, thank you, sir. Somebody, my.
What are you saying?
Yes, my good journalist Devon. He's saying Dr. Douglas said he will not run again. He will remain as leader of the opposition in the National Assembly because that's a constitutional appointment, but not to go up for party leader again. Okay, so there we have our answer. Thank you, Devon.
You know what's gonna happen?
No, you tell me.
Nobody.
Are you gonna win?
No.
Oh,
no,
I know. I
no.
tell you, so that's why I'm doing it.
No. Douglas gonna just be the leader by the de facto leader.
You know the old. Well, see, listen.
But let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that there is a significant, I'm not talking about majority, minority, but a significant portion of Labour supporters that would like to see Dr. Denzel Douglas as the leader of the Labour Party? Still?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why would that stop?
No, I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that at least I think there's a lot of supporters.
This man to be the leader until his deathbed for some reason. The man needs to rest. Let the man enjoy himself.
I tell I dog he look good.
And he looks good because he's transitioning out of the position.
Oh.
The man preparing to
for his life after politics.
You think the man wants to start when he done? No, he preparing the body now, so
I believe, what you right?
he could go on full vacation mode,
I
which he
believe-
wouldn't.
No. Let me tell you something, right? They think people of Dougie now, when Dougie done with politics, he ain't gonna just fade silently into the night. And whatever he does,
not.
whatever he does next, gonna just be admirable and amazing. Like I said, like he can't help.
That's
He can't help. Like he can't help.
Yeah, I don't see him just going to relax on the beach and drink
No.
a pina
I mean, he might do that
colada.
once in a while, but
Yeah, but not like,
probably
you know.
start a foundation or something. Like he can be good, man.
Yeah.
He can be good.
We have to bring him back after he transitions out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that would be an interesting conversation. Who you think will win?
No idea. I just tell you what thing can happen. I just tell you what thing can happen. I think everybody who has a vote is going to abstain, and Douglas going to just step in and save the day. Seriously, Douglas say he ain't running, he ain't going for an election with nobody. So when the election fail, he'll just step in and take over again.
Since I can't get it together. I will hold on to this till I
He'll just be like, he'll just be all there sitting on the corner. What did I?
Since I can't get it together, let me just do my things along. I can figure it out. But no, I've
Somebody said the Democrat is still out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have not seen print newspapers in quite some time outside of the Observer.
Yes.
I see the Observer from time to time.
Yes, I've seen one.
But then again, you're just not looking for them,
That's true.
You're just not looking for them. So
That's true. They're probably there. We're just not paying attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, it will be interesting to see how this race goes.
Who do you think? I mean, you're asking me a question. Who do you think? I mean,
by
Jay, you're supposed to say Jay Johnson. Like, you can't say anybody else.
No, but I'm going to win you crazy.
Okay.
They won't give me them kind of positions. I gotta make too much sense. So, yeah, I don't know, honestly. I feel like all three candidates are loved in their own right. It's just who loved more. Who do they love more?
We're
going to see. I think it's the 28th.
Me need to make my comments by.
The 28th or the 28th of November is election, so we will keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I'm really making I'm making all the jokey jokes, but serious comments I'll reserve, because really and truly, me really remember the party.
None of us have.
Yeah,
we
so
don't study
yeah. Let the members them sort it out, man.
They will. So sports news. I have a little sports news for you guys today, which is not often.
No, but go ahead. When we're done, I can bring up something that's been bothering me for the entire T20 World Cup. But go ahead.
Oh dear. Hold on, let me.
And not the fact that.
Don't say it.
Okay. Let's give flowers where flowers are due before we go into giving something else.
That's exactly what I wanted. Do not say it as
No. Yeah. I ain't gonna say that. I'll say something else.
Okay, so CWI thanks Dwayne Bravo for his outstanding international career. Cricket West Indies has lauded Dwayne Bravo on his outstanding international career, during which time he helped win 3 ICC world titles as a member of the West Indies men's team. The star all-rounder and former West Indies captain announced his retirement from international cricket on Thursday. He indicated that the ICC Men's T20 World Cup will be his last time in the West Indies jersey, and he has officially confirmed this with CWI. Bravo made his international debut in April 2004 against England and ODI Guyana.
Wow.
His test debut came in July 2004 against England at Lord's. He also featured prominently in 3 world title triumphs: 2004 ICC Champion Trophy in England, 2012 ICC T20 World Cup in Sri Lanka, and ICC T20 World Cup in India. So the boss said he done.
DJ Bravo.
That's a real champion. You know how much of a champion you have to be to sing your own champion song? The man has his own champion song.
But on a whole different level. Why is it with the West Indies cricketers transitioning into music? What going on with that there? Like,
we ask this anyway.
I mean, Courtney Ambrose really got some talent. So he's actually an excellent musician. So I get that there.
So you say?
Yeah, I get that. And then like.
So what are you trying to say, friend?
No. What I'm saying is like he's a.
No, I hear that.
Like he's literally like a jazz musician.
So what happened to the rest? That's what I'm trying to
They're not jazz musicians.
Listen.
So we went from Dwayne Bravo to DJ Bravo. Now we have Chris Gale, who's the Punjabi daddy.
Punjabi daddy, yes. Actually, I think he retired too, so yeah, we'll get some more. I think I actually saw that he's retired.
When we had him on the show, he actually spoke about his budding music career. Like that's
what he was telling y'all after this cricket thing done.
Songs in the cut.
By albums, features. You see when you and Chico do these things, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
I bet you he gonna have some of the biggest features. Watch close. Cool. Just watch close.
He's very personable, like
yeah,
with everybody.
Exactly. So it would be easy for somebody.
I was waiting for Ian Drake to do something.
Just now. Tell Drake discover cricket.
Drake gonna do a video playing cricket. I tell you, it's gonna happen. Hey, and you heard it here first. Somebody clip this.
Drake gonna be playing cricket in the video.
Yeah, but
with Chris Gale featuring DJ Bravo.
Yes, but speaking of cricket, speaking of the T20, one of the things that been
sorry, that funny at all. West Indies out.
West Indies never in.
Boy.
West Indies, he just stayed on here.
Mission Maroon, boy.
Mission Maroon was at.
They're going to try again in the next, 4 years?
Try again, my boy. After the performance, they need to cool about a 10.
No, man.
With some fresh people going and some. Anyway. So, one of the things that does be interesting to me while I'm watching cricket, right? Is like, cricket does do this thing where it constantly reminds me of colonial times and colonialism. Constantly.
What do you mean?
Because of the teams. You have Namibia. Ain't got one black person in Namibia. South Africa. It's like they put in a token black man in there somewhere. Australia. Me didn't even think Australia got a token black man.
Let me see. I can tell you.
Like,
I think I need to look at that. You're probably right.
But then you have to remember that like cricket was spread along with colonialism. Like it's the game of the colonies.
Yeah,
of the colonists.
You know,
we haven't. The Indians, them is who doing it better.
We win 3-2.
But we ain't doing it better right now.
No, but I really don't. A little rusty, but you know what I feel like it's because they're probably tired and they need rest. Being a late.
What? I know.
No, this is why this is my theory, right? They went from CPL to IPL straight to T20. There was no rest between. Like, I feel like you need to rest sometimes.
Yeah, but you have players from the other teams who playing in other leagues all around the world too. Like they're playing in other leagues. A lot.
No, that's true.
More players from the other countries played in the IPL than the West Indies. We had maybe 6 or something like that.
Yeah, sure. Never mind. And all of them was there for sure.
Yeah.
Never point. Never mind. I take it back. Take back my theory. I don't know what it is, but yeah, this performance was in it.
You know what me tell you what it is? I never see a team look so happy while they're losing.
Cause we want them though.
I want them to show some remorse for totally embarrassing the region. Like this ain't nothing new, you know. This is a problem.
We're supposed to be talking about Dwayne Bravo retiring.
This is a problem. No, Dwayne Bravo has been a class act. Like he generally performs. He has captained team after team and led them to success. Dwayne Bravo legacy has been cemented, right? Okay.
Custom out now, go ahead.
No, my problem is one thing to lose, right? But it's how you lose as well. Does be an issue.
You want people to look sad?
Yes. How is it that the people you're representing can't eat because they're so disappointed in your performance, but you're busy drinking champagne? Like, no.
Why?
Even if, like, I never, the amount of, like, and you're just watching, literally, you're watching the clips. And it don't happen for any other team. That's the thing what bother me. Like,
the clips don't come up for anybody.
Look here, Scotland up there just totally embarrassing themselves, right?
But I didn't remember they didn't even remember they're part of this.
Scotland up there, they literally, like, look, and you could see the shame, But you could also see the pride, right? That's the funny thing about it. They lose with pride, but when they lose, they still, you could tell, Bano, this ain't a team that literally like is brought up the back. I believe that maybe because there's so much opportunity for them to earn, and the earning isn't dependent necessarily on performance, then it don't really matter. It don't really matter. Like your earning should be based on performance, right?
Boy, yeah, it don't work that way for us. Hopefully, it will soon, because I feel like that would help to. No, you give up.
Not only that, I mean, you have situations where several teams, several competitions, several tests, several all kind of things, abysmal results, and just it's almost like people have guaranteed spots on the team. Yep. So if you keep not performing, keep getting selected and keep getting paid, then you have no. What's the incentive for you to perform better, or even to feel anywhere when you don't perform?
Because you know your spot sure. You know your spot sure. Well.
But yeah, if you want some of the lasting remnants of colonialism, just look at international cricket by right there in front of your face.
Sorry.
Like, you seriously right there in front of your face.
I know that's why we're supposed to be laughing, but the way you say it.
Yeah, it's true. Namibia, I mean, even if they got one black person on the team, yeah. Oh boy.
Go try out.
Hey, but on a serious note, the competition has actually been very entertaining. I've been having fun looking at the games.
I can tell you've been enjoying whatever type of cricket they've been playing.
Yeah, I was trying not to watch the West Indies games.
That's understandable, friend.
Yeah.
It's quite understandable, actually.
Like, yeah, where we 9 for 2? In what world? What's happening?
Boy, trust me, them
Oh, the whole team out and the next team going, and the target is 55. What is happening? What is happening?
They didn't play good cricket this season at all.
Hey, I don't understand how you could make 1-0-1-0-6, right, runs in a tournament, and every time you walk up the pitch, you're just waving.
Yeah,
you make one. Your head's supposed to be so far down that we can't tell the difference between you walking and you're doing a cartwheel. That's how far.
I've seen some players you could tell when they perform the best. The stress level high. Not all of them, but some of them. Anyway, indeed.
Yeah. What's the agenda there, Jade?
So there's a pill.
Some of y'all get excited quick. Not that kind of pill.
Not that kind
of pill.
Let me finish before y'all jump to conclusions. This ain't the gas station pills. No. So it says, oh Lord, hold on. No. Okay, there we go. Whoa, no, you read this today. You ain't gonna stress me out.
Okay, guys, the reason Jade would have passed the phone to me at this point is because the name. No. I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you, because this is one of the ways that I catch us, guys. We're about to talk about the COVID pill. The reason Jade passed the phone to me is because the name of the COVID pill is enough to make anybody bite off the tongue, unless you come from an alien civilization and this is somehow a normal word in your language. You understand? It's molnupiravir.
Sound correct. We're going to go with it. Even if it's correct, we're going to go with it.
Which is the first pill to treat COVID that gets approval in the UK. No, I spoke about this a few months ago. And I kept saying that because of the way the conversation had been developing, that I had a fear that people who under normal circumstances may have felt more comfortable taking an oral option, might disregard the oral option because they're just on one side of the fence or the other. You know what I mean? It's just been crazy how the conversation been going. But we are here.
We are here.
We are here. So the first pill designed to treat symptomatic COVID has been approved by the UK medicines regulator. The tablet will be given twice a day to vulnerable patients recently diagnosed with the disease. In clinical trials, the pill originally developed to treat flu cut the risk of hospitalization or death by about half. Health Secretary said the treatment was a game changer for most frail and immunosuppressed. For the most frail and immunosuppressed. In a statement, he said today is a historic day for our community, as the UK is now the first country in the world to approve an antiviral that can be taken at home for COVID. So, guys, this is a big step. We're gonna have to see exactly where this leads. The UK has agreed to purchase 480,000 courses, with the first deliveries expected in November. Initially, it will be given to both vaccinated and unvaccinated patients. So now we've been talking about some of the other pills on the show. Some of the other treatments were actually given to or to be given as a booster or in conjunction with the vaccine. This pill, though, is actually going to be given to both vaccinated and unvaccinated persons. All right. The drug needs to be given within 5 days of symptoms developing to be most effective. It's not immediately clear how it will be distributed so quickly in the UK. It's thought that some care homes may be offered supplies where other elderly or vulnerable patients may be prescribed it by their general practitioner after testing positive for COVID. So some people are wondering exactly how this works and thing. What we can say is that the new treatment targets an enzyme that the virus uses to make copies of itself, introducing errors into its genetic code that should prevent it from multiplying. So keeping virus levels low in the body and reducing the severity of the disease. Now, because of the way that this works, that means that it, of course, will be effective even if there's new variants. That has been something that has been discussed at length in terms of the treatments that we have now and all of that. So, yeah.
So good things.
Yeah, so the UK regulator said that the tablet had been authorized for use in people who have mild to moderate COVID and at least one risk factor for developing severe illness. And so some of those risk factors would be obesity, old age, diabetes, or heart disease. So really and truly, this is just another tool in the arsenal in the fight against COVID, right? Yeah, again, I think we're gonna have to develop more and more alternatives because persons have preferences. I think also as more information, as we learn more about the disease, then of course the way we approach dealing with it is going to evolve as well. So we'll wait and see how this thing goes. You think people can take it?
Yes.
I think people can take it.
They definitely will. But I
think people can take it. People, watch it. Some people just ain't want to come straight out and be honest. Right? People be honest. Half hour out there talking about you taking the vaccine, I just afraid needle. Just come out and say it. Just come out and say it.
I'm not afraid needle, but I'm like them. I'm not afraid. But
so Jade.
They're my favorite things.
Jade, I was there when the long water come out when you're taking a shot. I was there. So you can't fool me.
But I'm going to get a lawyer, you know. I'm going to let you. Before this year, I'm going to get a lawyer. A matter of fact, we're in the studio, so continue to play with
She would never take that case. I have video.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what we're playing. Okay, well, you know.
Maybe we're gonna video, but if I say it, I might scare of it.
I don't think she don't look like she's easily scared.
Yeah,
See, she over there shaking.
Somebody need to behave, man.
Yeah, I think you should calm down before things get a little drastic in here.
Jade, please don't give people the impression. We both know that when it comes down to behavior among all of us on the LNT team, I have the most of it.
That's not the issue here.
I have copious amounts of behavior.
That's not the issue.
Every morning I drink behavior with my tea.
People, we will be right back. We will ignore Azem and be right back.
See there?
Yes. With more Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. Stay tuned.
Feel the magic. Campari. Taste.
Something incredible happens when Campari is mixed just right. Like Campari and orange juice poured over ice. Taste it. Try it tonight. Bitter, sweeter, better. Campari. Must be 18 years and older. Drink responsibly.
Your favorite fruit has got a new skin with real juice within. Drink the real Fruta. Enjoy the real joy.
Taste the real Fruta. Enjoy the real Fruta. Refreshing juice of every day is Fruta.
Fruta, juiced right.
Good morning, guys, and welcome back to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN with your faves, Kevin and Azem, featuring Jade.
I'm a fave too.
Jade.
I'm a fave too. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what? Okay.
Thank you.
You could be a fave today.
That's okay. I'm a fave every day.
But you know who's an actual fave?
Yes, an actual fave.
Right here in the studio with us, we have a very special guest. I'm very excited to have this conversation this morning. Miss Natasha Grey is in the studio with us. Good morning.
Good morning, Azem. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well now. I'm even doing better now that you're here.
Okay, and what about having Jade next to you? How does that make you feel?
I don't really discuss my feelings.
Okay.
He's not a feelings person. Don't mind him.
I mean, I felt something at time, you know. I tell you, I think it might have been.
Yes.
No, maybe 3 or 4, maybe 7 years ago when I felt something, and I didn't like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Miss Grey, how are you today?
I'm good. It's the start of a new week, so I need to look forward to all the expectations and opportunities that will present itself before me. So I'm ready for whatever challenges are ahead this week.
Yeah.
Wow.
But guess what?
Wow, that
we're gonna start with just having some fun right here on Island Tea this morning.
I like fun too, so.
Yes. Yes. So, all right. Well, I mean, we're going to be straightforward here and say that your name has been all around, whether it is in the news, whether it's social media, and there's been some announcements surrounding your name, and we'll definitely get to that. But for persons out there who may be curious to find out more about you outside of just what's been the announcements and things lately, who is Natasha? And I know this is very vague and open, and it's like that for a reason, because I'm very curious to see exactly how you're going to answer it. But who is Natasha Grey?
Natasha Grey. I would say that I am a somewhat quiet individual. My quietness sometimes there gives a misconception that I am an introvert, but I am not. I grew up in Newtown, Pond Road to be exact. In fact, I have my office just 2 steps away from where I grew up. Someone who likes to have fun. I enjoy being with friends, family. I am a mother of a 23-year-old son. I enjoy having a good time. I like laughter. I like to see people laugh. I like to see people smile. I don't like to see people cry. In fact, that sometimes makes me emotional, but I think I'm growing out of that somewhat now. I don't know if it's my career, but not that I don't have emotions, but I think over time I have started to shed less tears.
I got you.
But I'm still the compassionate type person. I'm a community spirited individual. I get around in different groups. I have taken part in a number of committees within the East Bastia community and also outside of the East Bastia community. So I try to get myself, I indulge in a number of different aspects of life so that I can be familiarized with not just different persons, but different cultural events and different things that would kind of help me to become part of other person's life. So I try to not just think about myself, but I like to embrace what other people like to do.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. And I mean, this morning we were talking, and one of the things that came up in conversation was this this notion that we are really shaped by our environments, we are shaped by our experiences. And just listening to you just now, I kept hearing references to your community, East Bastia, Newtown, to be specific. What ways would you say, growing up in that community and your experiences there would have really helped to shape you into the woman that you've become?
Well, I came from humble beginnings. I grew up in a home that had, at one point, 14 of us, an extended family.
That's people, right?
Yes.
Where privacy I go?
No privacy. You talk about having to put a mattress in the living room at nights. That is the type of environment I grew up in. And it helped me to be close to my family members. I learned a lot from my grandmother. She passed away in 2017. I learned all her cooking skills. I sometimes kind of think that I could cook.
Okay, Jay, what we doing Sunday?
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to toss it out of you.
And in that environment, you got to see different things. Just down the alley from where I lived, it was an unofficial rum house. I don't know if I would call it that.
We know what you mean.
Yeah, so I heard all the different background languages and the different types of expressions. And I grew up smelling weed. I grew up hearing the cursing. But all in all, I saw that people in the community looked out for one another. And you could have left your homes unattended and your neighbor would basically have your back.
Right.
And that is something that always stood out for me. And so it's not just persons who live in my immediate surroundings that I would like to give that same type of care and affection for, because I think my grandmother always opened up her home to other persons. And so sometimes even within the same home where we had 14 persons living and somebody was homeless for a night or two, we would find room, because that is who she is, and I think she rubbed off on me somewhat.
I big up Granny one time.
Bye, nothing like them, you know.
Bye, I love her Granny, bye. But you know, it's really lovely to hear you talk about that dichotomy and between, you know, that people have, you know. You know, a lot of times we look at people and dismiss them based on one or two aspects of their character, aspects of their life and things like that, not really recognizing that this is a whole, right? And I think that these whole people make whole communities. And, you know, growing up in these communities really help to shape persons like you alluded to, recognizing people from so many different backgrounds and being able to get something from them. I feel you could always pull something from people no matter who they are, right?
Yeah, and I think that actually helps when you're going to certain fields. Like, I mean, we're going to talk about it. I mean, we should probably start now because, you know, time is limited. But you are now in the political arena, and I feel like sometimes there are politicians or aspiring politicians who don't have the experience because they don't have to grow up around certain things. They don't have to deal with certain people, so they don't have that personal touch when it comes to community aspects of politics, because politics isn't just, you know, you get elected and you make decisions. You have to be somebody that is out in the community, getting to know the community and the needs and wants. And because you are somebody who grew up around all types of people, you know how to talk to the different people in your community, especially a community like Newtown and, you know, East Bastia, where it's so diverse. You get all types of people just in this one area. So, you know, I think being that you are now in the arena, this is going to really be a tool that will carry you so far.
But I'm curious as to, did she always have political aspirations?
That's a good question.
Or like, how did you end up in, you know, in thing? And let's first of all stop skirting around, right? What we are speaking about is, Miss Grey, you are now, we have been announced as the candidate for East Bastia for the People's Action Movement in the upcoming election.
Yes, I have, and I have had such a roller coaster over the past 3 weeks. I didn't anticipate so much love and overwhelming support.
Oh,
of course, there's the negativity, but
that comes
I use it as a learning curve. That's all.
And I would hope that is significantly less than the support and the love that you would have gotten since the announcement.
Much less.
See? Awesome. But yeah, how did that come about? Like I said, did you always have political aspirations? Did someone approach you? How did
well, again, my grandmother. So my mother is alive too, just so that you know, and she was very involved in my life. But my grandmother, I guess, as she was the, you know, head of the household, and she loved politics. She went from cooking food for the People's Action Movement, selling, working on voters lists, going to political activities, and she always took me with her. So I think I learned a lot about the political way of life through her. But it wasn't until maybe during my high school years when I one day thought, like, okay, I can enter into politics. When I was smaller, I saw how, you know, the joys of politics made my grandmother feel, and I always wanted to put a smile on people's face. So I always looked at that. But I think more in high school, I officially kind of said, well, you know, I think I can be a politician. I started doing active political work from around 18, 19. My first election, I actually worked with Vernon Vera. I was an inside polling agent for him. I've been working the voters lists. I was actively involved in the campaigns for Glenroy Blanchett. I had executive positions on the East Basse-Steyr executive. I also was very instrumental in the victory for Ian Patches Liburd, the ambassador Ian Patches Liburd in 2015. I worked along John L. Powell. I've held positions in the People's Action Movement, such as the Deputy Chair of the People's Action Movement, the Treasurer, Assistant General Secretary. I'm now the General Secretary. And in fact, even when I came back from studies in 2012, I was approached to be the candidate back then for the 2015 election.
Oh, wow.
Right. At that point, I wanted to say yes. I wanted to say yes, but I was like, oh my gosh, I just came back from studying. That was like 2 months or so after returning. Yeah. There is that student loan looking at me like, oh my. And then, you know, my son, I had just come back, so I had to deal with him as a full-time mom now. Right. Can I handle both of them? I think I could have had I made that decision. But I said, you know what? Let me defer it. I can give my support to whoever the candidate is, which at that time was Ambassador Ian Patches Liburd, and I would give my support to him and do what I can do to ensure that he was elected. And I would wait until a later time, and I think this is the later time.
Well, nothing happened before your time, you know.
That is so true.
Yeah, and things happen when they're supposed to. And you know, now is the time, because here we are. Yeah. Here we are. You're talking to ILNT as the candidate.
No turning back now.
No turning back.
You just have to see it through.
Yes, and I am up for it, regardless of what challenges I face. I am in it with 150%, and I think I have a good support team, and I look forward to that support team building, so that come the next general elections, I can see my way down to Church Street.
Indeed.
Yes.
Boom bang.
You know what I really like about the candidates for East Basse-Steyr? The relationship you guys have. Like, I feel like it's time for us to see candidates that are not doing this whole what do they call it?
Tribal war.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it is time for some fresh air, for us to come up and breathe and touch grass and realize that people can go up against each other because they have the best interest of a community, and not be enemies, not be like, you know, being I'm so happy. Like, I feel better about this already.
Some people don't agree with you, though.
I don't care. That's usual.
But you're gonna always get people who support the status quo and the way things are done.
There's no good explanation or good reasoning for you to tell me, oh, they have to be beefing, they have to hate each other for. No, they're supposed to have the best interest of the community at heart. That's what brings them here.
They might differ on
political views,
but that don't mean they have to be doing all the extraness. Like,
in fact, for all the elections that I've worked at polling, I worked polling 1, which is there by the Catholic school. Jeffrey has always been there. Well, Honorable Jeffrey Haney, he has always been there as the Labour opponent. So we have worked elections together on opposite sides.
Right.
And I intend to continue it on opposite sides, and then he would congratulate me and say, well done.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your victory. I know he would.
You could just imagine the jokes there. You could just imagine the jokes between the funny banter between the two of them. Like,
oh, boy, I could imagine.
It's such a breath of fresh air. I hope other political candidates
could follow suit.
Yes, I hope this is a trend that they pick up, because they pick up all the bad habits here. I hope this one is one that sticks, and we continue to see the positive light of politics.
I don't intend to get negative or carry on into any character assassinations or anything like that. I intend to focus on the issues, and I look forward to debates between him and I.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's something that I think is lacking in our society.
It definitely is.
Once he's up for it, I'm ready.
Yes, I feel like we do need that aspect.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, the truth is that I am very curious. Jade is intimately familiar with that area.
Yes.
I spent a lot of
home.
I spent a lot of my formative years there. Going to Newton School, having a lot of friends there, and that kind of thing. But I'm curious as to what are some of the areas of focus for you and your campaign. Some of the ways that you feel, or some of the things that you think need to happen in the community, and perhaps what you intend to do to help and uplift the lives of the people of the community.
I think, firstly, I think all the different areas we need to develop like community councils, so that persons can come together, discuss the issues affecting the different communities in East Bastia, because what may affect Frigate Bay and Bird Rock may not necessarily affect George Street and Taylor's. And I think we need to get some councillors or some sort of group within the community to directly deal with every local issue within each little pocket. That is something that I would wish to see happen even before I'm elected. But if it's not done then that is something that I would wish to pursue. The East Bastia community is a mixed community in terms of culture, diversity. We have... I
think it might be one of the most diverse communities, to be quite honest.
We have from the Spanish community, we have the Indian community, we have persons from who are returning nationals, and so we have a number of different walks of life mixed up in one pot. And I think we need to be able to give all of them the opportunity to express themselves and live their culture, live their way of life. And so I want to be able to develop a platform whereby persons can basically showcase their talent, showcase their skills, and also use that to uplift those who do not have the necessary opportunities to do so. Because yes, there are some persons who are not as fortunate as others within the East Bastia community, and I want to see that aspect of poverty eradicated, whether it is through jobs or different opportunities within the business field, in terms of giving persons the way to carry out their own business. I know there are many programs right now that the government would have implemented whereby persons can get loans and grants, but some persons may not have taken that advantage or taken that opportunity for one reason or the other. And maybe they just need somebody to kind of show them exactly what it is they need to showcase, give them a little bit a push. And I want us to have like a center whereby we can help persons advance their skills, a center for not just persons within the Newtown area, but also persons from in the Frigate Bay and Bird Rock area, so that they too may be able to help everyone within the community. And East Bastia can be a community that other persons, other constituencies basically look up to. We should be the model constituency.
So what I'm hearing from you is that you believe that one, representation is going to be key.
Yes.
Representation is going to be key for development. Also, entrepreneurship and business.
Yes.
Right. So I mean, to me, those are things that really speak to a situation that you're witnessing, right? When we start talking about entrepreneurship, when we start talking about representation, I'm hearing independence. I'm hearing self-sufficiency, self-sustainability. Those are the things that I think those programs that you witness, that you mentioned, really seek to encourage.
Yes.
Right? And I believe that those are things that are very much needed in not only in East Bastia,
the country on a whole.
But the country on a whole, right? And so these are things that hopefully, and you know what is admirable as well. One of the things you mentioned just now, and people might take it as a small thing, but for me it's huge. When you mention that you it could happen now. You don't have to wait until you get into position for it to happen. And I think that speaks to your heart. I think it speaks to
her intention.
The intention for the community. And them little things does mean a lot.
Yeah, because usually we hear politics talking about, oh, when I get in, this is what I'm going to do. As if things can't start. Like, if it's such a good initiative and it's going to help, why not just start it before? You don't have to wait till you get in to help, because you're not supposed to just want to help when you're actually in the position. It's supposed to start before. It's supposed to be, if I am supposed to be caring about this community and making sure it gets all it needs and it's developed in the way that I want to see it develop, just start. There's nothing stopping you.
There shouldn't be no holds barred. So there's like 3.5 years to election. Well, no one knows when it would call, but should I wait 3.5 years to basically want the best for Ms. Barcia?
No.
Or even a lot of times it feels almost like bribery or extortion.
Yeah,
like, you
I
want
only
these
do
things,
these
then
things
get
because
me in.
I'm elected.
If you want them, then put me in. That kind of way. And so that type of rhetoric has unfortunately been in for a long time, but it's quite refreshing to hear something different coming from you. I think that one of the talking points, and it might be unfortunate that it is, but it's just the reality, is the fact that you're a woman, and traditionally, although we have seen a few women in politics and have been successful at the polls, it is still not considered the norm, right? How has it been for you as a woman entering into the ring, and is that something you see as a positive, or something that you feel may be a bit of a drawback at the polls?
I think it is a positive. Why I say that is because sometimes we need that little finesse, a little soft touch. I'm not saying that males don't have that, but sometimes they could be a little rough around the edges. And you always hear people saying that behind every great man there's a great woman. Why can't we be in the front and to the side?
Speak.
Why do we always have to be behind them?
Preach. Hallelujah.
I mean, even in my party, you hear people say the women are the backbone of the party. Why can't we be the front bone?
We're only good enough to help. We're not good enough to lead.
Stay out of my business. Stay out of my business. All right, cook. All right, cook.
I mean, like,
so true.
People like Dame Constance Mitchell, I admire her. I admire her. And I know I have very big shoes to fill if I am to walk in her footsteps. But even if I am just 50% of what she was as a politician, I think I would do great. And with women behind me and beside me, I think I would do marvelous. I don't think that some people look down on women. They think that we don't have the right to be in particular positions. I am part of a women's group, Civil, and in that group we encourage women to take part in active politics. In that group, it's not just a group for St. Kitts, it's a regional group, and so they encourage, regardless of what political side you are on. So it's a mixture. We have persons from the Labour Party, persons from NRP, CCM, PLP, and PAM. So we encourage and support each other. We were so happy when there were so many women standing forward in Nevis as politicians. And so I hope that I'm not the only one, along with Minister Akila Byron. I hope there would be many other women, even if we don't have a 50% balance, although I think we should.
Yes, indeed.
I hope more women would step forward. I would just wait to see how many other women would offer themselves up for positions within their party, and hopefully their party accepts them.
Right. I think we're definitely seeing a shift over the last 5-10 years. Particularly the last 5 years in particular.
Yeah.
With involvement look, and like you mentioned, women have always been very much involved in politics, but the roles that we are seeing now, I think, really is really necessary. To be honest, it's really necessary. You know, women in leadership, women as candidates, and yeah, like you said, I do believe that we're gonna have more and more women in all areas of politics.
I foresee it as well.
Yeah. You know, Jade is now running.
No, I'm not. Did you hear this morning saying that I'm running to be leader of the Labour Party? Where would he put me in this?
I didn't see a post. I saw another woman, one of my colleagues.
Thank you. I don't know how he be in there.
A poster.
And you don't think Azim, come on. If
Jade,
I was going to be
Jade,
large,
I made a mistake.
my
I thought you were
poster was going to
announcing.
be
I thought you were
extravagant, okay?
I thought
you
you were announcing it live on air,
no,
and then you would put out your.
Don't do that, friend.
So it was just a mistake.
You don't put me in them.
It was just a mistake. We all make them.
God bless you and the work you do, because that is not my ministry. I cannot do it. You are a special woman to be able to take on this country.
Yeah, that have to be broad.
Listen, okay? I can't do it.
You got anything you want to say to your haters?
I don't even know who they are.
Don't let them set you up.
No, because I know for a fact that what it is, right? When you put yourself out there, you don't only put yourself out there for applause. You put yourself out there for, attacks. There's a target on your back as well, right?
And your family.
And oh my gosh, well, that is a whole other dynamic. And to be honest, I think that a lot of times there are people who consider stepping out and doing whatever it is, and that is the factor that may discourage them from doing that. But maybe that's something we should touch on just before we wrap up. Like how has your family been dealing with this? Do you have a full support there?
Well, and you know what? I think too, because you've been doing this for so long. You said since you were 18, 19. I feel like they expected it,
But Jade, it's one thing to be a candidate, that's a different thing,
Yeah, that is true.
That's a different kettle of fish there.
Boy.
Well, my parents are fully supportive of me. My mother is here in St. Kitts. My father is in the USA, but he encourages me daily via WhatsApp messages, and he ensures that I stay strong. I have a brother who many persons know, Mervyn Hanley. He has started to feel the brunt of my of my announcement, but I know he can handle it. So I'm not worried about him. I think he's more worried about me, but although I may not seem to some persons as fierce and aggressive, I can take a lot.
Tell them,
So I can take a lot. I've seen some of the posts, whether it's fake profiles or not, but I'm not
expecting.
Yeah, I'm not letting those things get to me. I'm staying focused. My son, he's not someone who is always out in the forefront when it comes to politics. He's a bit shy, but he has given me support in everything that I've done so far. In fact, I have a task ready for him. He's on vacation now, but as soon as he comes back, I have a task ready for him, and I know he would not say no. Else, I'll have to divorce him.
No. Watch out. When mom start, that's
all you got to do.
Mom start, just pull the mom card. Say, hey.
Remember.
But the love has been real. It has been. I have some friends, even from different political side, and the morning when I came out of the press conference, and I just had a look at my Snap, and I saw my friends who support Labour have my picture up on their Snap.
Of course.
And it was as if, this has nothing to do with politics. This is my friend.
That is exactly what it is.
And so I have been, I guess, blessed with the persons around me. some persons may not be as genuine as you would like them to be, but I'm not gonna let that deter me. I'm embracing everybody, whether they support PAM, Labour, PLP, whoever they support, because at the end of this, all I want is 50+1. And so I can't afford to lose anyone, whether it is family or friends. I can't afford to lose anyone in this race, because you never know who you would need on that day. And so that is why it's always important to make sure, just like how persons are there for you, you are there for them. And I think that is going to be a deciding factor going forward, because it's not just about Natasha as a PAM, it's Natasha as an individual.
Right.
So I'm very happy for the support that I've been having so far, and I just love it, and I look forward to the years to come.
Actually, Jade, you really should get a little emotional there, right?
No.
You should get a little emotional there, right?
Fine.
No, but I'm gonna tell you something. You see, when people show up for you, and people are there for you, whether it's friends and family, like that's very heartwarming, and I could just tell from the type of support that you've been getting, that is something that is going to help to propel you and to sustain you as you go through, the next few years, and hopefully few years until the next election, until the next election comes around. But unfortunately, as much as I would love to just sit here and talk to you all morning,
yes,
because you have a very nice personality.
You feel so late.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think I may have felt something today.
Wow.
Also, where are you registered, Mr. Bailey? I think Jade is in constituency number 1.
Yes, I am.
Where are you?
I'm an 8.
Oh my! I need to get you to live in East Bass there.
Find him a nice wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's all.
We can work on it.
And yeah, that's all. He just
She said that's all. Like, easy. I got about 3 girls right now.
Well, since you have them in your pocket, we'll talk after the show about my potential husband, because as him don't.
Okay.
Yeah, as him don't need your help.
What? What is that, Jay?
Oh yeah, you need to. Oh, sorry. I'm back. My bad.
Come on, like.
Sorry.
Friends like these. Friends like these, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's been a real pleasure talking to you this morning and just getting to know you a little better. I would have be seeing your picture. You turned into a superstar overnight.
Overnight. Everywhere. Please don't do that.
I don't even know if I'm ready for that part of it.
Yeah. Too late. It's too late. You're just all everywhere I turn, I see your pictures.
Yeah, but the truth is, just be you. Like I think that authenticity and that organicness and your essence is all you need. Like you just be you. And I think people would I think that would resonate with people.
I agree.
I resonate with people, right? But again, thank you so much for joining us,
and my pleasure.
And I'm sure we'll be talking to you again soon.
Sure, no problem. As soon as you're ready for me, call me, and I'll just ask the judge for a little excuse.
Yes, we're on borrowed time. Let's go over the courthouse, and she blessed us with her presence. So let us let you go.
Let's
back
quickly
to your your duties.
Thank you very much, and it was a pleasure being here. And I wish you guys a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well.
All right, take care.
Well, guys, we are at the end of the show, and it's been a real pleasure talking to you today. It's a good start to the week, Joe.
I must agree.
It's a good start to the week.
I feel.
You're ready to take on this week, yes.
I don't feel like nothing can stand in my. But let me don't say that. Oh my gosh! I can't even.
Yeah.
But today, at least for today feels good.
Yeah, and looking forward to the rest of the week, guys. All you guys who join us on Facebook, YouTube, join us on the website, winmediaskn.com. Or you listen to us on the radio. Trust me, we appreciate it. And we're here Monday to Friday, 8 to 10, unless we're not here. Yeah, but other than that, we'll be here.
Yeah.
So
that is a fact. And remember to go and drop some love on our Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Look at our nice new graphic work.
The clips been doing it too.
I think I'm gonna clip something. Today.
Yeah, you can clip your announcement. Yeah, could be a big announcement. No? Okay, cool.
Let's go off the radio. I
Let's
have
go.
something to talk to you about outside, and I don't think I can share it with the rest of the world.
I might be getting sued, guys. but guys, it's been a real pleasure again. Thank you so much for joining us today. And be right back here tomorrow again for more Island Tea right on with Media SKN. But guys, remember, you can't be everybody cup of tea because you is not.